faces and friends of people that are here. There are new friends of new Digital Ball sponsors that are here, and we just welcome you all, and we are so excited to be here. So to get we just have a little bit of a program planned, and we have a really special guest who's going to speak to you this evening. And before that special guest, we have two other special people that are going to speak to you this evening. So the first thing is I'd like to ask Keith Carandino from IHG, who's the VP of Global Commerce, right? Okay, Commerce. And then Dave Barnes, where's Dave? He's here. Is here as well. And as we know, that Dave is the co-chair of the Digital Ball. So Keith, I'll hand it to you as a welcome.
Fantastic. Thank you, Kevin. So on behalf of IHG, I just want to welcome you to this event. I was actually walking earlier, and some folks approached me and they said, "Hey, I just want to thank you, for hosting, etc." And I said, "Well, I don't remember cutting a check, and I have to go call my wife to see if our balance has dropped, but I'll take the credit." So I'll take the credit for sure. It's been a great pleasure to work with Kathleen and the folks at TechBridge over the years. We've participated in the Digital Ball, of course. And we've also participated in Habitat House and builds, and actually I was just speaking with my team today, and they're really gunning up to get out there and start hammering away coming this spring. Although, we will stay away from the roof this time, because I think we did it one of the hottest possible days of the year. But what a great organization, Kathleen, that you guys have assembled. It's fantastic what you're doing for the community. We're just a pleasure to be a part of it, and a pleasure to host such a fantastic event with such great people. There's so many familiar faces in the audience, and it's great to see that energy and that buzz around such a great, fantastic organization. So that's all I have to say, and thank you and welcome. And I think this is over to Dave.
Yes.
All right, so about that excitement, I don't see it. I want to go with you tonight. So how about those Packers? What do you think? Hey! I had the opportunity to be at the Super Bowl, and I would tell you that if you want to see technology work, you have to imagine that 7-story screen, 100 feet wide. That's as good as the one in your home. 7 stories tall. You never look at the field. The only thing you do is watch that big screen. You never see any of the commercials either, so it's the first time I've seen a Super Bowl without the commercials. It was great. Listen, I want to take a second, if I could, just really to thank everybody that came tonight. I know each and every one of you has got a busy schedule like the rest of us, but this is really the right cause to come out for. TechBridge has a unique offering. It never ceases to amaze me when I get an opportunity to meet somebody who's never heard the TechBridge story and take just a few minutes to share it with them, how they come away enthused that, yeah, that's the right thing. This is what we can do in the community. In addition to giving money, in addition to working for United Way and all the other great organizations that we have, this is certainly one thing that only us can do. Only we can come together to enable technology to do the good stuff that TechBridge does. If you've ever been with a nonprofit and you realize how focused they are on whatever angle, whatever dimension of need they're serving, and see them and the tears in their eyes when they have a technology issue where they haven't had someone like TechBridge, it takes their eye off the ball. It takes them away from all the good that they're really there to do. That's what we do so well. We magnify their energies, we magnify all the goodwill, and all the things they do, and only us can do it. So let's say thanks to everybody in here, if you would. Okay, so we got the big ball coming, and last year was just a resounding success, and I promise not to bring the iPad back, so everybody remembers the iPad fun. But we'll have some other neat stuff in store for you. We've got some brand new entertainment. I really think you're going to find it to be just out of this world. But more importantly, we have one task left. Just one. We have one table left. Just one table, if you can believe that. So we're looking for that lucky person. You could write a second check?
I'll ask my wife tonight.
It could be you. 15K, one 15K table. I know we can have a sellout. It's in my heart. I know we can accomplish it. Atlanta's known for doing the impossible. We have one table left. I need someone to see me tonight to take that one table. Now, in addition to that, I want to recognize one organization that really stepped out for us again. Now, they didn't stop at the 15K table. Dell went all the way and just renewed with us today 30K. So I want to give a special round of applause. And where's the Savas team? I want to give special recognition to them because they also are signing back up for a hosting agreement to provide not only what they were doing before, but going even more. And my special thanks to you and your management team for coming all the way with us. That's great. Appreciate that. So we'll just close with again saying thanks. I look forward to the participation in the upcoming events and being back together with you all at the Digital Ball. We're going to have a great time this year. Thank you.
So before we introduce you to a legacy of Atlanta in our community, I wanted to remind you all that after sort of dinner and dancing at the Digital Ball, the Sim Golf Tournament, where all the proceeds go to TechBridge, is already scheduled for October 24th at TPC Sugarloaf. And we are excited to announce that the honorary chair is Ray Benedict. Ray, where are you? So, yay. Right. Yay, thank you. So put it on your calendars. It's in the fall. It'll be a wonderful event. So now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you a legacy of Atlanta. And her name is Elizabeth Olamami. On Sunday evening, I was telling her I was going through, I turned on the television, happened to be at the PBS on the PBS station, and there was a documentary about her father, Hosea Williams, and Hosea Feed the Hungry, and in terms of our community, and in terms of all of those kinds of things that her dad did in the civil rights movement, and it was really incredible. So Elizabeth Olamami is the executive director of Hosea Feed the Hungry. You might know them because of things that happen at Turner Field and the way that people get fed. But I'm sure that you've never heard the story like Elizabeth will tell the story tonight and the work that we do at TechBridge. So please give a warm technology welcome to Ms. Olamami.
I have something that I'd like to say in preference. And I'm just going to read this. I actually wrote this just for you all. You know, I figure with my gigger that my bites need more fight. Because the technology's got the best of me and darn near the whole community. See, the poor are at my door and there's a wide divide. How will this mob get a job when they don't give a damn about a RAM? And a motherboard is something you get a whipping with. How will they ever survive or get a house when they've never used a mouse? How will they buy food they can afford when they don't use a keyboard? And how will they make it through, not knowing the CPU? That's my problem. And I need an answer before this technology gets any fancier. And it will be impossible to be a guide across the Great Divide. To be a bridge, we need TechBridge. Not just for the commuter, because everyone needs to be able to use a computer. So I need your help tonight to make it right. Let's not be mean. Everyone needs that LCD screen. And the TechBridge knowledge and the TechBridge classes to take this technology to the masses. Because you know as well as me that they will never be truly free unless the terabytes in their brain are filled with programming that matches the now and tomorrow. Not just for the few should the hardware be new, but we must be someone that takes them with us. Yes, along with us. You can't be that smart without a heart. Upload compassion, download love and concern, put some harmony on your DVD, and reach out with the fastest processor speed to a kid. It's TechBridge they need. Because you're talking gigabyte. And they're just fascinated by the light in that little box that rocks the future. What will you do, geek? Because God's word says, be meek. And think about it. Think about your brother. And I ain't talking about no printer. So I wanted to write that because, you know, I don't know how I can explain to you. Hosea Feed the Hungry, we serve 160,000 people a year with 9,500 volunteers. We have a budget of about $2 million, and we are in the Philippines, we are in Uganda, we are in South Africa, but mostly we are right here in Atlanta, Georgia, where 2 out of 7 families live in poverty. Hosea Feed the Hungry is a big how. How do you create a network to handle 25 staff members from one that only can handle 6? How do you create a database to register, deploy, and follow up with 10,000 volunteers from one that used to only handle 1,200? How do you create an internal communications plan for 75 people when you only used to have 6? And how do you create an infrastructure to manage a website that keeps crashing from the 30,000 people that used to come and now it's 2 million? Where it used to be so many, now there's many, many more. And when TechBridge first came to Hosea Feed the Hungry, if you ever wanted to see a mess, you should have come to Hosea Feed the Hungry. The computer wires were all wrapped around, the telephone wires are wrapped around the toaster in the kitchen that was used to feed Uncle Bubba when he needed his soup and bread. It was an incredible nightmare. And if you said the word terabyte in there, they would think you might have been talking about some kind of bug because we had no IT person on staff. The care and concern that the TechBridge techies showed us, how they sat with us and they explained things over and over and how we didn't understand, and they told us we had to buy a hard drive, and I said, well, how can you carry it around if it's so big? No, I'm talking about, you know, it's a small hard drive. It's only this big. I'm like, oh, how much is it? I mean, I can't explain to you now. We've expanded into this huge international organization. We never could have done it without TechBridge. Because before that, we had the guy down the street that knows computers, and Mama Auntie, and the girl that knows the buttons, and the guy who used to, it was a horrible nightmare. But now, because of TechBridge, not only are we online with Microsoft Live, our computers are talking to each other, we have SharePoint, we have a vision for organizing our 10,000 volunteers. We do email blasts to thousands of them every month. I mean, we're kicking with speed. And technology has remade our ability to serve 60,000 people a year to now we're able to call them, robocall them, email them. We are able to serve the families that we serve through technology in a way that we never could have imagined. So I came here tonight to let you know that whatever it is you guys are doing for TechBridge, I don't even know what it is. Please don't stop doing it. Because look, without you, we can't survive as nonprofits. And if the nonprofit community does not maintain its strength in our country, this country will go into chaos. Because there's a whole burgeoning underclass of people who are unemployed and starving and striving and can't find jobs and living in poor housing and angry because Washington can't meet their needs. So people like Hosea Feed the Hungry, organizations like us, we feed 20,000 people every Thanksgiving, Christmas, Martin Luther King Day, and Easter Sunday. We have rent assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance. We have financial literacy classes. We have job placement. How do you manage all of that? And you're just a little $2 million a year puppy. It's with technology. And you know the guys at TechBridge, when you call them on the help center and they have to do something remotely, they're so nice. I said, hello, it's Miss Omalami. Hello, Miss Omalami. Even though it's the 6th time I called you today, could you just, like, do the thing you do and come in and take over my mouse and find out why my Outlook isn't working? Yeah, sure. So let me tell you something. I can't live without them. John Harvey, Kevin Boston, those guys are like my husbands. I have 3 husbands. Fema Omalami, the one I really go home with, and John Harvey, he's my other husband. So please support them. The country is depending on the nonprofit community, and the nonprofit community is depending on TechBridge. We need so much more than we have. We could do so much more if we just had some help. Please, stand with them as they stand with us. Thank you.
So I get to say once again, thank you for all of your support. You get to hear from one of our clients exactly what this looks like and the importance of every single dollar that you give to TechBridge and how we put it out in the community. So thank you very much. There's plenty of drink at the bar and food, and enjoy your evening, and thanks for joining us this evening.